Hello students, welcome back again to my English channel, The Unforced English 721. Today I am going to discuss about the poem of ICSE board, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing, written by Maya Angelou. So this poem is written by the poetess Maya Angelou. Her journey of becoming a poet was not a smooth one. Before she became a writer, she tried many other occupations. She was a cook, dancer, performer. She was active in the civil rights movement. And I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing is one of the most powerful poems written by her, and she had been an outspoken woman all her life and always stood up for the black people because she was black. In her work, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, she discussed about her experience of her early life. It illustrates how strength and endurance can overcome racism and trauma. And I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is an autobiography describing her early life. It brought her international recognition and success. She published her 7th autobiography, that one is Mom and Me and Mom, at the age of 85. So that is not our discussion today. Our discussion is the poem of ICSE board, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing. And before we start the poem reading, I want to tell you thank you for subscribing my channel, and thank you for being with me, and your like and your subscription encourage me to make more and more videos. And thank you students for giving me, inspiring me, giving me the energy and inspiring me to make more videos. So we have to start the poem one by one line. We have to explain. So I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing is one of the most powerful poem. The poem tells us about two types of birds, a free bird and a caged bird. The poetess draws a contrast between the birds to express her own views on freedom and liberty at one side, and isolation at the other side. The poem is both simple and symbolic. The free bird stands for the white race and the caged bird represents the black people. The caged bird is physically restricted from moving freely by the iron bars, but the free bird is seen soaring high and high without any limitations, and he can even claim the total sky. The free bird has complete freedom, unlike the caged bird. His dreams are shattered and dead. Whose dreams? The caged bird's dream. Yet he takes the liberty to sing for freedom. Through his song overshadows his deep fear and hopelessness. He does not sing joyfully and freely. He sings with a fearful thrill. He was hoped and dreams about his freedom, which he expresses through his song. So, in the first stanza, we have to read the first stanza. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. In the first stanza, The poetess describes a bird symbolic of freedom, free from the shackles or conventions. The free bird sways and enjoys flying with the wind. He dips his wings in the colors of twilight and sunset. He has the liberty to claim the sky. Total sky is his. The total sky is his, because he is free and not bound like the caged bird. The poet has chosen appropriate verb like leaps, floats, dips, claims to describe the free bird's liveliness and its energy. The free bird flies towards the current. The bird appears to be dipping its wings in the orange sun rays. The free bird is sure to rule the sky. A caged bird is confident. A caged bird is, no, it is not confident, sorry. The caged bird is, a caged bird can't rule the sky. A caged bird endeavors to peep through its cage. The caged bird's movements are restricted, with wings clipped and feet tied. The caged bird craves for freedom, and its songs could be heard in some faraway place. But the free bird thinks about other places where it can get more pleasant breeze, as well as fat homes. The free bird is greedy and not content with whatever freedom it has. But the caged bird's grave of dreams is his cage, and the bird's cry for freedom is pathetic. The caged bird's movements are restricted. The caged bird can neither move nor fly. Therefore, the caged bird sings a song yearning for freedom and liberty. So, oh my God, students, I start telling about the poem totally again. I was describing the first stanza. Sorry for that. Actually, the explanation we have to carry on again. The opening line shows first stanza I am telling. The opening line shows a bird leaping on the back of the wind, demonstrating the freedom it experiences to move about and glide freely through the air. It hovers over a stream of wind and floats downwards to where the current of the stream ends, and the wind is calm. It dips its wings in the area of orange sunlight. So this first stanza, the bird is shown in a stage of great freedom. It has the freedom to move about wherever it desires. It is so utterly free and without restriction that it dares to claim the sky. The whole world is his, and the whole sky his own big home. So that is the description of the first stanza. Okay. Next, second stanza. But a bird that his narrow cage, but the bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. So here the poet Maya Angelou contrasts the situation by presenting the image of the caged bird here. The caged bird tries to go after his cage. In vain. The cage is narrow and its metamorphical birds are of rage. The caged bird is seen to be angry with its situation. It desires with all its heart to escape its plight. But the caged bird cannot see beyond his cage. Its wings are clipped, that is, its freedom is taken away. Wings are associated with flight, which in turn is associated with freedom. The words "his wings are clipped" mean that its freedom is forcibly taken away. It cannot fly even if it desires to. Its feet are tied. Its feet are tied. In this second stanza, we meet another bird who is caged. First stanza is describing, the poet is describing the first stanza, the free bird. And in the second stanza of this poem, the poet is describing the caged bird. He is found stalking down his narrow cage, bound by the iron bars. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied to the rigid bars. His cage is too narrow to allow his any space to move about. His freedom to fly and claim the sky has been controlled. He cannot fly, so he opens his throat to sing. Metamorphically, Angelou highlights the comfort of freedom through her portrayal of the free bird and emphasizes the fearful domain of isolation through the character of the caged bird. Being an African American, she was African American. So being an African American, Maya Angelou has often felt restricted and clipped in the hands of the white people. Here she refers to herself and other African Americans who were controlled on many occasions. The free bird is symbolic of the white race, while the caged bird represents the miserable plight of the African Americans. Okay, that is the explanation of the second stanza. I hope students you are understanding. If you have any problem about any stanza, you can write in the comment box. I will surely answer, and it will inspire me more. I will explain the stanza again. Now come to the third stanza. The caged bird sings with fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill. For the caged bird sings of freedom. So, in the third stanza, the caged bird has a wavering voice. He is singing of freedom, something he does not have. The idea of freedom is his dream, one he cannot achieve. So he sings about it. There is fear in his voice. He had never known what freedom tastes like, but hopes to have it for his own. His voice can be heard from distant places, on hills where it inspires others to dream of freedom, where it inspires other birds to dream of freedom. The caged bird doesn't sing of sadness, but hopes, inspiration, and of freedom. So the caged bird sings of things unknown to him. He sings the liberating song of freedom. He cannot enjoy like the free bird, since his wings are clipped, so he gives expression to his longing for freedom through his song. It is ironical to see that the free bird is not singing while soaring high in the sky. It is the caged bird who is giving vent to his desire for a free world, despite all odds, all problems. However, the caged bird is singing with a fearful trill. It is not a joyful tune, but a helpless and desperate cry for freedom. So students, I am telling again, that is the third stanza explanation. If you have any problem in any stanza, you can write down in the comment box. It will inspire me more and more. And I promise you, I will make that particular parts video again to describe you. Now come to the stanza 4. Stanza 4. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the shine trees, and the fat homes waiting on a bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. So the free bird, on the other hand, revels in his freedom. He enjoys flying through the trade wind that blows through the trees. Shine trees probably refers, S-I-G-H-I-N-G, shine trees probably refers to the shine sound made by the breeze while passing through the leafy branches. It gives an indication to their lack of freedom, as the trees are also tied, T-I-E-D, tied to the ground like the caged bird. The free bird thinks of the fat homes that will be his food, with the wind in his feathers, water and earth beneath him, and the whole sky with him. He feels majestic in his freedom and calls the entire sky his own domain. By names the sky his own. The poet wishes to express that the bird knows himself to be the king of this whole universe. Here the sky stands for the universe. So we meet the free bird. We meet the free bird again in this stanza, further distinguishing it from the caged bird. He thinks of another breeze, so that he enjoys the shine trees. He is even free to find his own food or feed on the fat homes This bird acts as a sharp contrast to the caged bird, and the readers can notice the differences. The free bird enjoys a sense of liberty, a splash of energy, because he is not bound. The sky is limitless for him, and he makes the most use of it. Isn't it? So come to the stanza 5th. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare screams. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied. So he opens his throat to sing. Okay? Throat to sing. So the caged the caged bird knows that he is not flying in the sky, that he is not free, but a captive, a prisoner. He thus stands on the grave of dreams. He knows his dreams of flying in a free environment. To experience freedom, he had lost all hope of the freedom. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. It is more pitiable, more adverse than a nightmare. So while the free bird continues his flight, the caged bird here stands still on the grave of his dreams that have remained unfulfilled. The poet says the bird shouts on a nightmare scream. This is a disturbing image indeed, portraying the utter helplessness of the caged bird. His life of captivity has made him a prisoner, and his screams sound like a nightmare. So the poet repeats the line, his wings are cleaved and his feet are tied. So he opens his throat to sing. This reveals the poet's feelings about her own endless dreams. Racism formed her cage and prevented her from living a life of liberty. However, this did not stop her from expressing her feeling and ideas. She makes it clear that through a person, a body can be caged. His soul cannot be caged. Nothing can stop his voice to sing. So, the poet is telling about that one, that the poet is telling about the bird's condition, about the bird's condition. Which bird's condition? The caged bird. The caged bird's conditions. His conditions is so poor, and the free bird, it gets its food, the fat homes, it doesn't need to think about its basic need. But the caged bird, it can't dream of extra things. That one a free bird can do. So come to the next stanza, that is the last stanza. The caged bird sings with a fearful thrill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill. For the caged bird sings of freedom. So this refrain as a stanza justifies the bird's stout determination to keep going after his dream of freedom. Moreover, the caged bird chooses to sing as this is only freedom available to him, that he can enjoy without any restriction. His wings are clipped, feet are tied, but his throat is not choked yet. He can sing. This is something the poet has failed at heart, and that's why she uses the title, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Can be considered as the poet's personal expression. She can be regarded as the caged bird in the poem. A stanza in the poem is repeated to catch the attention to the idea of the caged bird singing for freedom. The poet uses a metaphor to compare caged bird to African Americans fighting for equality during the civil rights movement. So that is the explanation of this poem. Line by line I discuss. I hope students you understand all these things of this poem, and it may convincing. Here the poet refers to nature by describing the way a free bird leaps on the back of the wind. She also describes the bird's flight against the orange sky. The last line speaks of the state of absolute freedom enjoyed by the bird out of cage. A free bird such as this can fly in the sky as it wishes. The way she describes the orange sun rays gives the reader an appreciation for the bird. He is appreciating the bird in his natural habitat, enjoying his freedom. The free bird enjoys its freedom without any interference. The free bird is compared to the white race, their freedom, and towards black people of American. They have the freedom to pursue their ambition easily, the white people in America. They are unaware of the cries and the needs of the oppressed black community. So the poet says that the bird seems to dip its wings in the orange rays of the sun. Here she refers to beauty of nature, that nature is full of colors. The way she describes the orange sun rays gives the reader an appreciation for the natural beauty of the sky. But the poem is a contrast between a caged bird and the freed bird. In the first stanza, Maya Angelou breathes life into her description of a free bird by using so many verbs. Okay? And the line can seldom see through his birds of rage. By this line, the poet says that the caged bird is hardly able to get a glimpse of the sky, which makes him angry. His clipped wings and tight feet prevent him from flying away. His aspirations are suppressed. He is helpless to even get a sight of the great freedom outside that birds of the cage, which makes the bird feel sad. He longs for freedom to be outside the cage. So that is the description of the poem. Students, I hope you understand. I am telling so much about the poem, and the author is telling about her own life, comparing the caged bird. She is comparing her life to the caged bird. So the author implies that even though the caged bird may have never experienced true freedom, yet deep down that bird still knows that it was created to be free. Although freedom to the caged bird is fearful because it is unknown, he still sings a fearful trill because he still longs for freedom. So students, there are some tough words. I think you know the meaning. Leaps means forceful jump. Float means move. Orange sun rays means reddish rays of the setting sun. Stalks means moves about. Rage means anger. Clipped means trimmed. Trill means a quivering sound. Longed means desired. Distant hill means far away places. Fat worms means good food. Grave of dreams means dreams that are buried dead. And nightmare means a frightening dream. So that is the explanation of this poem, students. I hope you understand. I I'm enjoying the poem. I hope you also enjoy the poem. If you need more explanation, you can tell me. And that's all for today. And thank you for being with me. In future, I will make for you so many and useful videos. So goodbye for now. Thank you for watching.